Welcome, fellow gamers, to the first episode of Crappy Game Reviews, the show where the stupid idiot nerd gamer, talk about games that I like, but not games that you like, because I don't care about your feelings. I am a narcissist. No, I'm not. Okay, on to real stuff. Today, we're talking about my personal top one favorite game of all time, right next to Persona 5, Luigi's Mansion. This was a launch title on the GameCube that came out in 2001 that originated as a tech demo to show like the GameCube's lighting system, I think, but then it like turned into, Nintendo was like, when I see this game, it doesn't look that bad. And then they grabbed it and put it into a game, and then it came out. 2001, cool. GameCube launch title, great. What happened though is people didn't really care about it at first because it was like just any normal little game. It was kind of like a what do you call it? Like a side game. I don't remember what it's called. A spin-off game of the Mario series, which people weren't really expecting. They were more expecting as a launch title, the next big Mario 3D Mario game like Mario Sunshine later on. But what ended up happening is just Luigi Mansion game, which it did well. It didn't do awful. It did fine, but it didn't do perfect. Now, I didn't even know this game existed until fucking a couple of years later. A lot of years later, when I saw it on YouTube and I watched a playthrough by Zelda Savior 31 on Ninbuzz, which is like a channel that I don't even go on anymore, unless I want to look at that playthrough again for whatever reason. But yeah, that's where I figured it out from. That was a great time. That has a lot of nostalgia connected to me. That's one of the main reasons why it's number one on my top 10 favorite list. Top 5. It's the number one on my favorite. It's my favorite game of all time. Luigi Mansion 1. It's a great game. The main gist of it, you suck up Ghost with your Poltergust 3000. I should explain the story first. The introduction. The introduction to the game is basically Luigi wins a mansion from a raffle or competition thing that he never entered, and he's like, "Wow, cool! I'm gonna go to the mansion." He follows the thing, points at the map, comes with a flashlight, looks in, it's like, whoa, this is kind of dusty and kind of creepy. Wow. He goes upstairs and it's like, whoa, there's like a key floating. And you have to pick up the key, unlock the door, and then you see a professor sucking up a little ghost. Ghost knocked him away. Professor tells you that the mansion has been haunted and that it appeared randomly a couple, days ago, and then you run away from the ghost. He takes you back to his lab, which is in a little shack nearby the mansion. Great detail. It goes underground. But basically, Professor Egad is his name, Professor Elfingad. He tells you, hey man, I saw like a guy, black mustache, brown hair, weird, just for men. I don't know what he used on his mustache and hair to make it different. But basically, yeah, he's like, yeah, he went into the mansion. I don't know what he was thinking, but he went in there alone, and I was like, well, guess he's dead. Whatever. But then Luigi's like, oh, wow, that's my brother Mario. And then Professor Ega's like, oh, that makes sense. You look like the exact same, but you're green and tall. So basically, he gives you the Poltergust 3000, which is like the vacuum thing that he uses to suck ghost. He gives you that. You strap it on your back. You go back into the mansion, and you start sucking up ghosts. Now, basically, there's 4 acts in Luigi Mansion 1. First act, shortest. Second act, a little longer. And third act, the longest, I'm pretty sure, in my opinion. And fourth act is either just like a mini room where it just has normal ghosts, kind of like the parlor, which is in the first room you suck ghost in, which is there's like Gola ghosts, pink punchers or purple punchers, grabber ghost, garbage can ghost, ceiling ghost, I think. Bomb dropper ghost, I don't know. They're like the normal ghosts, kinda. And they always fly around the room. Those are like the mini ghosts that you fight. But then, when it comes to portrait ghosts, those are they have a lot more health, 100 that can reach to like 500. They have a lot more health than the little other ghosts have, 10 to 20 to 30 health. Basically, when you suck them up, the portrait ghosts at least when you suck them up, they go into your vacuum, they capture them, and at the end of the act, you go to Professor Egat's lab, and when you go back to Professor Egat's lab, they go through the little machine, turn back into portraits. At the end of the game, you have to have all the portraits and all that. It's all good. Basically, though, one of the main gists of this game is money, where you collect, you know, you can collect gold coins, dollar bills, gold bars, the gems. So like there's like sapphires, emeralds, rubies, diamonds, gold diamond, red diamond. That's all the gems, and they give you a lot of money. And then at the end of the game, that ranges to what your new mansion will be. The mansion that Luigi builds and fixes up with all the money he earned through the old haunted mansion. Basically, later in the game, you figure out Mario was supposed to be at the mansion when you came in. That's why you came to the mansion, because Mario was supposed to be there. You look for Mario, he's not there. Toad, you find out Mario is missing. Not the other game though. The other game sucked. This is Mario is missing 2 basically. But basically, yeah, Mario's missing. You later figure out that Mario was captured by King Boo and put in a portrait, and then King Boo was planning to capture Luigi in a portrait. And what ended up happening is Luigi beats King Boo. Mario gets sent through the machine that turns the ghost into portraits, and Mario gets sent back to the machine, reversed, to turn out of a portrait. And the ending scene, in my opinion, is really nice because you see like Luigi laughing as he's like the brother is like sitting down on the floor like whoa, and Luigi starts laughing and he's like laughing, but if you look closely, you can see tears running down his eyes because Luigi's like terrified the whole game. This is where his personality really shined, and you can see like tears running down his face, like it's finally over for him. And it's really emotional. It's really cool. I really like how they implemented his personality and like that in like such a older game like that. It's really cool. So yeah, you save Mario, build a new mansion out of all the money you earned. Game's over. Now a couple years later, I think 2013, 2014, somewhere around there, made Luigi Mansion Dark Moon, which is the second one, which does not they handed it to a different company. And it sucked kinda. It was on 3DS since it was kind of mission based. It was like different mansions. It was weird. It wasn't the same as the first one. Not many people liked it. That were at least Luigi Mansion fans. And then now in 2019, well not now, but 2019 October, Luigi Mansion 3 came out, which is like the same as number 1 and number 2, which together. There's no missions. It's like the number 1 style, but it's like the same art style basically, and like ghosts and everything. But it's like a hotel this time, floors, and you get instead of keys every room. Which let me just tell you, Luigi's Mansion, the one at least, that was the main reason. That was like the main way you got around. Each and every portrait ghost give you keys. I should have mentioned that. These keys led to the next room. I should have mentioned that. And and at the end of every act, there is a boss. A real boss. That's like actual stuff like that. You have to suck them up. But back to Luigi's Mansion 3, it's like different floors, and then every floor has the main ghost, and then like every room has the side ghost and everything. And then the main ghost, after you suck them up, they give you an elevator button, which takes you up to the next floor until you get to the very top, defeat King Boo, get all your friends back along the way, and then everything's good. So yeah, in my opinion, I think the reason why Luigi Mansion means so much to me and why it's my favorite game of all time is not because I think the gameplay is amazing, though I do really love the gameplay. I love how it works, especially how I do love how it looks in the first one too, since the first one it has this way of doing it so like every room can maybe look a little different, but they always have the same atmosphere and still look like they could be in the mansion. And it just all fits together so perfectly. I love how it works. But yeah, basically, not only do I love it for that reason, it's also nostalgia connected to all that stuff. It's like nostalgic for me. Watched it walk through like millions of times, the same walkthrough by the same person on Nimbus, Subway Savior 31. He kind of got me into Luigi Mansion. They got me in Luigi Mansion. It was great. I loved Luigi Mansion. Then when I played it by myself, the GameCube controller, I loved it the same way. I loved it. I loved playing the game. It's so much fun. It's short, but it's not like too short. It's short, but it's a fun game at least. It's a fun short game. It's not just like you play and it's like, well, that was too short. That's not really that fun. I'm gonna have to mark it a little lower because of that. No, it's still good. In my opinion, Luigi Mansion for me, the first one at least, is 9 out of 10. For the second one, like 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10. But that was like right when the company got Luigi Mansion, so they didn't know really fully what they're doing. And it was on 3DS, so it was more like pick up and play thing. So it was like just short sessions. It wasn't just like, you know, always playing. So yeah, that was also a thing. But Luigi Man 3, I'd rate 8.5, 8 out of 10. So yeah, for Luigi Mansion 1 at least, 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10. I love the game to my heart. It's my favorite game of all time, right next to Persona 5. And yeah, that's really all I have to say about Luigi's Mansion. So, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next episode of Crappy Game Reviews, or whatever I post next. And, yeah, before I go, sorry that took a little while to post another video. Just kind of thinking of stuff to do, but I did say in the past video I was gonna do a Luigi Mansion review, and I never ended up doing it until now. So yeah, real Luigi Mansion review. Hopefully, my editor will actually edit the gameplay and stuff like that. Edit some good music in there, all the good stuff. Short time, not like 30-minute video like my old time. It's all good. I'm gonna hope this is done doing great. I like this video a lot more. So yeah, I will see you later, everyone. Goodbye. Now I'm going to awkwardly press the red button that's on my phone because I don't have a camera. See ya.